The Atlantic gets it wrong again. Why the bubble-wrapped president misses the point entirely. Once again, The Atlantic has delivered exactly what its readers expect. Another hit piece on President Donald Trump disguised as thoughtful analysis. Their article, The Bubble-Wrapped President, is just the latest example of how certain media outlets continue to misunderstand or deliberately distort the president's leadership, priorities, and relationship with the American people. Let's be clear, the idea that President Trump is isolated or sealed off from ordinary Americans is not only misleading, it's absurd, a predictable narrative from a predictable source. No one is surprised that The Atlantic chose to frame Trump as disconnected and insulated. For years, the magazine has churned out anti-Trump commentary, often stretching facts to fit a preferred storyline. This article is no different. Instead of acknowledging the administration's initiatives or accomplishments, the writers cling to an overused narrative. Trump is out of touch. But the only thing truly out of touch is the analysis itself. Fewer rallies? That's called governing. The Atlantic tries to spin the reduction in rallies as evidence of isolation. In reality, it's evidence of priorities. Rallies are for campaigns. Governing is for presidents. President Trump isn't spending hours on the road because he's focusing on policies, meetings, negotiations, and decisions, the actual work of the office. The idea that he needs constant crowd feedback to understand what Americans want is insulting not only to him, but to the millions who voted for him. He didn't forget the people who elected him. He's working for them. International travel isn't isolation, it's leadership. According to The Atlantic, Trump's foreign trips are proof he's detached from the country. That logic is backwards. Presidents travel abroad to negotiate, build alliances, and defend national interests. Trump is no exception. In fact, he's been more active globally than many of his predecessors, tackling issues others kicked down the road. Strength on the world stage isn't isolation. It's strategy, and it's effective. A loyal team is a stable team. The article's complaints about Trump surrounding himself with loyalists reveal more about the authors than the president. Every leader in government, business, or any major institution needs a trustworthy team. Trump tried the revolving door experiment in his first term. It created chaos. Now he's built a team aligned with his mission and goals. That's not a bubble. That's smart leadership. Trump's connection to the public hasn't gone anywhere. One of the article's most tone-deaf claims is that Trump has lost touch with ordinary people. Anyone paying attention knows the opposite is true. Trump's political instincts remain some of the sharpest in modern history. He understands the frustrations of middle-class families, the anxieties of small business owners, and the concerns of voters who feel ignored by Washington. Rallies or no rallies, Trump's support didn't evaporate. It solidified, a story that feeds a narrative, not reality. Ultimately, The Atlantic isn't trying to analyze the president. It's trying to manage public perception. By painting Trump as isolated, the article attempts to weaken confidence in his leadership and portray his administration as disconnected from everyday Americans. It's a political strategy wrapped in journalistic language, but supporters see through it. They know Trump isn't sitting alone in a White House bubble. He's working, negotiating, and making decisions that affect the nation and the world. Conclusion: a familiar bias, a familiar response. The Atlantic's article doesn't reveal anything new about President Trump. It reveals something about the media, their willingness to twist circumstances into a narrative that fits their expectations, even when those expectations conflict with reality. Trump supporters reject the bubble-wrapped label. They see a president who is focused, strategic, and surrounded by a team committed to his vision. They see a leader who doesn't need constant applause to understand his country. And they see a media ecosystem determined to misunderstand him, because acknowledging his strengths is simply not an option for some outlets. In the end, the real bubble isn't around President Trump. It's around the journalists who refuse to see beyond their own storyline.